What do we mean when we say breath is life? Well, we know that breathing is the function of bringing oxygen into the body, and we know that we need oxygen to live. Breathing is a largely automatic process. It is influenced by bundles of nerve fibers that come from the brainstem. These nerve fibers trigger a powerful muscle called the diaphragm to flex, causing inhalation. Then the diaphragm passively relaxes. This is exhalation. The diaphragm is a large and powerful muscle with some openings that allow certain organs to pass through from the thoracic cavity into the abdominal pelvic cavity. One of the organs which passes through is the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve, passing from the brain down to the pelvic floor. It has many branches and influences every organ it passes along the way. The vagus nerve is the chief of the parasympathetic nervous system. This means that its functions are for resting and digesting. Activation of the nerve signals the body to draw back on the stress response. And it promotes processes of healing, relaxation, and digestion, among other things. As the diaphragm moves up and down in the motion of breathing, it has a massaging effect on the vagus nerve as well as the organs in the cavity below. The combination of this massaging and relaxation opens the door for processes of elimination, not only of stored physical waste, but of stored mental emotional debris as well. Acute and chronic stress can lead to unconsciously contracting and resisting the proper flexion and relaxation of the diaphragm. As you might imagine, this leads to stasis in the abdominal pelvic organs over time. Not to mention a reduction in the appropriate exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the lungs. Left unchecked, this becomes stress overload and leads to states of disease. Consciously countering the stasis of the diaphragm leads to the relaxation of muscle tissue in the abdominal pelvic areas. The relaxation encourages blood flow to these areas and down into the legs and feet. This warming and conscious oxygenation of the body contributes to release of trapped emotions stored in the joints and muscles. This is why warming and stretching exercises are extremely helpful for stress reduction and emotional healing. The massage encourages an elimination of physical and spiritual waste. Further, restoring attention to the functions of our body allows us to properly and healthily distinguish between distraction and truth. Habitually returning our attention to our breath forces us to acknowledge attachments of the heart. Proper breathing pulls one to remember the position of their true soul, and it makes it possible to identify draining, toxic, or otherwise undesirable situations, habits, relationships, and environments. It brings a stark clarity to the impact of any situation on your vibrational state. This illuminates opportunities to more strongly align with your core soul and with your life's true path. So, why is it important that we remind ourselves that breath is life? Well, breath is the purest thing we live to do and which gives us life. It is important to foster good breathing habits through meditation, reminders, and exercises for improvement of posture. Remember to follow for more, and happy aligning.